Hey guys, it's T the Baller here, and I'm back with another video just to update you guys on the little news that's been going around Lakerland. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is what does it mean for these guys that are balling out in summer league. Well, what it means for them and what it means for the rest of the roster, it means that we really are going to have a very competitive training camp for these guys. And like they said, all the roster spots are up for grabs except LeBron. So we really are going to see the best come out of all these guys when it's all said and done and when it's time for the season to start. So that's one thing I'm really excited about is these guys are showing up in summer league. So we all know that training camp's going to be lit. So what the other thing I want to talk about is what does LeBron being added to this roster means? Like, what's the LeBron effect? Well, the LeBron effect, you're already seeing it, is these guys stepping into their game up to a whole nother level. And that's something we really need to compete with the other top teams in this league. Golden State, Houston, and all those other teams, Boston, and all those other teams. So we're just going to see the LeBron effect means that these guys are just going to step their game up to a whole nother level that Laker fans are going to appreciate and that we're going to see right away from starting of training camp. How will this affect Luke Walton, or will this affect how Luke coached this team? Well, it's also going to raise the bar for Luke as a coach because he's going to have some really, really tough decisions between all of these guys that are out here that are balling and are really looking for a spot in the starting lineup or just a spot in the rotation. It's going to put him in a really tough decision, but I feel like that's how we're going to see how good of a coach Luke Walton is. It's this season of how he managed personnel and who he chooses or how he chooses for these guys to be starters or to be coming off the bench. That's a big key, and I feel like that's another step and another growth and another progression in Luke Walton being the head coach of the Lakers, is seeing how he deal with all these really, really good players and how he manages our lineups and everything like that. So these are all major things that us as Laker fans, I know we're interested of seeing, how these guys are going to fit in, how the coaching staff are going to deal with every personnel and who they choose, who decides to start, who decides to come off the bench, and what the LeBron effect is. I feel like we all know he's a great player, so yes, he's going to come in and contribute anyways. We don't really have to question what he's going to do. It's just going to question what his impact on every single one of these young players are going to be in the league. And I feel like besides Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo is going to have Rajon Rondo behind him, he's going to be able to learn off of him. I feel like the one person that he's going to elevate his game, a lot of people think it's Kuzma, but I believe it's Brandon Ingram. I believe he's going to elevate Brandon Ingram's game to a whole nother level, the other level that we need him to be on, to be one of really the foundation of this team going forward and into our future. That's the one person I actually want to see him impact the most too, because Brandon Ingram has all the talent, he has all the skills. He just needs to develop into that next level type of player where he's really respected and really talked about in the league, because I feel like he's been disrespected so far because he's put in the work, and just how much of a jump he made from last season to his first rookie season into last season was really, really big. And I feel like no one's still even talking about him as much as they're supposed to. But if anyone, like I said, if anyone could get the most from LeBron or the most to gain from LeBron, I believe it is Brandon Ingram. That's pretty much like my thought on all these guys and just how the roster, the summer league, and all the guys that are added will impact these players that are very young and that are trying to develop into the league. Again, it's T the Baller. I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the next video, updating you guys on everything Lakers.